everyone, my name is Elizabeth and I'm a freelance illustrator/designer. You can find out more about me at Elizabeth's Artbook on Instagram or on my website elizabethsartbook.com. Today I'm going to be working with you on a tutorial to create custom portraits using Adobe Illustrator. It's quick and easy and has a variety of tools to create amazing artwork. So make sure you keep watching to find out how you can create what's behind me yourself using any image that you require. You will find some assets down below for you to download and to get involved as well.
So when you first log on, you basically want to put in the photo that's in the downloadable assets. So you're just going to go to File, Place, and then you'll find it wherever you download it. Usually you'll find it in your downloads. So we're just going to click on here and click Place, and then click anywhere on the artboard and it'll just place it in. I'm just going to click and drag it into the centre of the artboard. Now I just want to go up to the top and change the opacity so that we can work on top of this, and we're going to change it to around 20%. Right, next you just want to lock this down the bottom, which means it won't be able to move, and then we're going to add a new layer where we're going to start our outline. You just want to select a skin tone colour that fits the photo that's behind it, and then using the pen tool on the right, we're literally just going to click around this face shape, creating an outline. I always suggest making the face and the neck separate, this way it's a lot easier to create the shadows later on. As you can see, we've now got the outline of the face shape. You can change the colour of this at any point by just going to the fill box on the left hand side, double clicking and selecting the colour you want it to be. Now we've got our face shape, we're just going to add another layer underneath and we're going to outline the neck. A great thing about Illustrator is you can have multiple layers, and it's always good to rename them so you know exactly what's on each one. As you can see, I've changed the face one to face and the one below as neck. Now I'm just going to go over to the colour wheel and pick a slightly darker colour to the one we're using. I'm going to be using this to create all the shadows. I'm then going to go just over back to the pen tool and start outlining where the shadows would be. The great thing about this is you've got the picture behind, so at any point if you want to use it for a reference, you can. Another great thing about Illustrator is everything is completely editable. So if any of these shadows don't quite fit the shape perfectly, all you need to do is go to the icon to the right of the selection tool, which is the direct selection tool. You can click at any point that you've entered and just move it by clicking and dragging to get the perfect shape. To the right of the pen tool, you've also got the curvature pen tool, so if at any point you want a curved line instead of a straight line, you can just use this in the same manner. As you can see, we're just going to keep doing this with different colours that relate to the photo behind, and just keep adding into it to create the perfect final picture. You may find when you want to get to some of the details, it's actually easier to use the brush tool. So you just want to go over to the left hand side and select it and draw where you might want some lines, wrinkles, details, etc. The best thing to do is to draw the line you want, to click on it with the selection tool and change the stroke up the top. I find 0.5 works quite nicely with this photo. Now I'm going to add in some eyelids here and do something slightly different. So we're doing this with the curvature pen tool to be able to get the right angle. And if we go up to the top whilst it's selected and change the brush, you can get a more of an eyelid effect with the inner corners on each side instead of a full blank line. Another great tool to use on Illustrator is the ellipse tool. This will just give you a circle. This can be great for the eyes and the pupils for when you're drawing characters. So you just want to fill the circle, put it in the right place. You can just click, drag, make it however you want. I also find it quite good to copy and paste it over, but then change it to just a stroke, so you then get the perfect outline of the pupil. Next, I'm just going to add some highlights. You can change the opacity of these if you want to make it a little bit different. This will just really help bring the face to life. And then adding the hair using the exact same steps, and along with the denim jacket, once again just going through the outline and then adding the details with the brush tool afterwards. Another great thing to do when you're finishing off is to select the background colour and select a slightly darker version of it using the fill box. You then want to add a layer above the background so it's underneath everything else, and we're just with the pen tool with a very large stroke going to go around the back and create a form of shadow. This will just give the image a little bit more depth and make it a little bit more interesting. Once you've drawn your rough line around the edge, you just want to select it, go over to the effects tool on the right hand side, you'll see me click it here, and you just want to change it to normal to multiply. And then lower the opacity to whatever you prefer. I usually use around probably 50%. I'm going to just do the same on the other side with a slightly lighter green, just so it equals it out. Again, clicking on multiply and changing the opacity the same. And there you go, there's your final character portrait.
Thanks for watching, and hopefully you've enjoyed this tutorial on how to make a custom portrait at home using Adobe Illustrator. Both me and Adobe have been working together to create a variety of tutorials and downloadable assets for you to get involved at home. So make sure you check them out at the side of the screen and get creative. Thanks again for watching, and see you soon. Bye!